the opposite for both of us, that you had more friends than I, but we still had a couple to lean on. Beautiful. Now, I want to make especially sure that you know how Daisy works. She is rather a vain engine, so you do have to be careful with the loading sessions. Make sure that she has an extra carriage. Make sure you make a twin, because there's going to be exotic amount of passengers today, and the crowds will be completely, quickly, stirringly multiplying. And because she's only one whale coach, but a very responsible whale coach, and she's picky about the seats getting too filled, and she doesn't want people to mess them up, I would rather make a second version of Daisy with the same delectable vain voice that I like, Hyacinth Bouquet. And you know, the realization is that I am one of the only people who gets that name right. Bouquet. Because I like it more. Sometimes a name you like can be one that you remember. Sometimes you hear it and then you forget and then you're crying. The next time I do that, I will burst out of my skin. Literal! Excuse me for my language. I don't need any more to do with your nut talk. All I need reliably is I need a second coach. I need a second rail car that can pull all of our passengers to Carwick to see those acrobats. Now, all I'm asking you to do, because it is a hot day, the sun is out, the raisin's clear, and the sky is cloudy, but it means we have some peace and some silence. But it will get sunny so soon that I can stay longer than you did before, longer than we ever did before. But then you'll know that things are more than they seem. And things might be grand and beautiful, but then again, it might not be grand. Hint, hint, people. Because they're being irrational, going into our places. I cannot imagine all the confused faces, or the embarrassed mad faces, or the sad faces because the weather is cloudy, but the happy faces because there's no one around to disturb the peace. I and my family will come to the beach without sound, and I will come, and we will come, and he will come in peace. In peace, in peace, in peace, we shall come in peace. We shall come in peace. What do you think? Beautiful or what? So that is my plan. If there's anyone coming to the beach, because I do not want anything to happen to my full-sprung rail car bang up to date. Imagine there'll be ice cream, sand, and dog muddy footprints, and maybe animals too. I don't want her coaches to get biggled and boggled and there to be stains on the windows. I don't want to have to mop up the floors. I don't want the seats being damaged and chewed on by dogs' teeth. I should say incisors, candies, and molars. Couldn't find any mollusks. I'm sure there'll be a pack of crowds trying to find mollusks down the beach. Seashells by the seashore. We have enough passengers to worry about. There's a big crowd coming to the beach, and the beach is only so big. We need an extra. We need a bigger beach divided into halves, so that we can find to have on the peaceful side, and they get another on their peaceful side. Don't you know what I mean? I hope you do. If you don't, I will pay you £1,000. You need to make sure if there's any extra passengers, because we're going to get here rather early in the morning, not too early, like this early in the dawn morning. But if there's any passengers, we won't get there at the crack of dawn, very early in the morning. If there's any other holiday makers, they must find another beach somewhere else. But I know I don't want to hear the excuses, Sarge. I said I don't want any mayhem causes on this delightful trip. This is supposed to be a summer fun outing, and I don't want too much noise. We have enough noise already with our passengers. I don't want to hear it. I know there was a lot of people at the beach. I know it is sunny. I don't want to come on cloudy days that would ruin the fun and make me burst into tears. And I don't want to come to beaches that are packed with a bunch of noisy holiday makers. I know there was a lot of people, but life has its wits and bears. Do you understand? That's always what I wanted to hear. You're going to be fired if you don't give me what I want. Because I'm a queen, I consider you all, the people who do everything for me, as peasants. Yes, peasants. They do all the work. They do all the farming. Oh, they don't. We have a bundle box. What kind of derby? Oh, Davy Derby. What a ridiculous name. And ridiculous voice to go along with that. Not even real. Not even real. The bundle box lady is a hack. Her voice is not even real. I don't understand how I got off it talking like that. But this sure is something. I am asking you to do your jobs for me. Please. It'll really help me out. Make me enjoy the beautiful day. Thank you. I will be laser focusing on you when we go to the beach. You need to get everyone sorted out. Oh, I shall sit on the beach, not in a queen's chair, but you know, the room in the side feathers. And do you know what? I have some excellent news. I just won't be sitting on the beach with a newspaper. My legs are good! Alright, that's completely it. If I hear another comment, you are freed! So you're fired. Don't ask me no shit, boom, flip, flip, flip. My legs are good now. They're very energetic. They've healed. They've cured. And that means I shall be able to go in the caves of pirates and hunt for treasures. And I shall go along the beach. I shall take my shoes off and then I shall jump over waves. And I shall have a blast and I shall create amazing memories. I shall hunt on the beach of seashells. I shall give me some seashells. I shall look for seashells. And I shall also go into the tunnels and in the caves and look for pirates. He came to me and said, I'm perfect now. You can go on the beach, Mrs. Bartholomew, and you can have a blast. I know you're sad, but I can tell you this. You have a million things to be glad about right now. That's exactly what he said. That's the exact words. And he's a very old man, he is. He's pretty nice. Don't ever speak badly about my doctors. He was a very nice man, and if you say another comment that's negative about him or anyone, I shall put you in my dissection room. Do you understand? Okay, the process is simple. I put them under a numbing and sleep spell. Then, my dissectors dissect 4 pieces out of their skin, right here. Then I mix them in with a little blood and poison with my poison mushroom soup. And then all the doctors open the mouth and then the soup goes in and then they never wake up, but they die. I mean, well, not die. Of course I wouldn't do a die. But they stay in there for 48 hours. May feel like going into the land of unbelievable teachers. But the giant that sweeps the floor is the exact punchline for Mrs. Bundlebox. Mrs. Bundlebox, I should say, well, that's a casualty. Now talk. Good thing you understand my message. This is a very important one. Meaning urgently important. You have a very basic meaning. That's the idea for it. I shall celebrate and do a little I've never done before. I shall do my twist on the south. I never did this one before. I've always considered it quite difficult. But I shall do my best. I could never say again, like the old is free. I could do what I live and chew. I never knew that I could not do. I would be a disappointment to all those people up there. I would be the wave of sadness and sadness if I didn't show them. If I didn't show them my ways. I did not do anything that I do. to do that. If I didn't, it would be my biggest regret. I had to lessen myself from these swimming fears of diving and sinking, drowning too. Okay, but there's always a song which I could sing called There's Nothing to Do. I could ponder the world, I could ponder the sights, when I don't see what I never could be, when I know it well and I feel it. Going away for long days, I could not see my friends. I could not know it, but I could not see it. I could not grin off the wind. Nothing to do, nothing to do. There's nothing I can't get my head on. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. Oh yes, there's nothing I could never read nor do. I could not do any physical activities. There's nothing I could never do at this point. There's nothing I could have done. There's nothing I could have done. There's nothing I could have done nor said. But still there'll be the strangest person in all the world. And I maybe could have my breakfast in bed, like I always my breakfast in bed, like my breakfast in bed. It is true I'm not the grandest queen, but I have some taste. It is true I'm not the grandest queen, but I do my best. Do, 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 do. It is true that I'm the grandest queen. I mean, I'm not the grandest queen, but I make a fine one, and that's important. I have nothing to do. I have nothing to do. Right now in my life, I feel as if I'm used. If I'm used again, I could have sworn I could have killed myself. There's nothing I could never do in life. There's nothing I would never do. But then I realized the doctor came for me. He told me I was cured. There's nothing I realized, but he said I was good to go. I have nothing to do right now. Right now. I have nothing to do right now. Right now. I couldn't sit, read in my chair, but then you get the taste of my palace, and read a book, sit in my chair, and do nothing but just bark orders to those peasants out there. I have nothing to do right now. If I go about and I say, hello, can I join you? Then I could have sworn I could have regretted my choice. I mean, I would have regretted my choice with my leg. With my very painful leg. With my leg. My very painful leg. With my leg. I could have done that before. With my leg. Doesn't hurt to try new things. I could have done it. I could have sworn I could have made a great person out. mind. I must tell him I'm ready for the reading session. Meaning, it's part of the educational basis. You've sneaked in front of me. As always, when I read, I do this. Don't you like my new impression? Oh, I want them to see my delectable modern self. I shall turn on the light. I want them to see how elegantly and vainly my glasses are attached to my nose. Cracky is more than cracking crackers, you fat little clappers. It's really called an homage, means food and foolishness, as an illiterate idiot. Now, I'm not up for murder and reading in symbols. I am up for stones. Now, as always, last time you did your turn in stories. This time, I'm going to do my turn in selecting the most perfect story. I will do my best to select the perfect, most interesting story. Not the most interesting, but a very interesting story indeed. I shall do my best to select a very interesting story. How ridiculous. That I could show you that it is someone who you wouldn't want to make fun of, that has two impediments that come from up here and, let me see, these two things, and these, eyes and ears. This person is blind and deaf. I know what it's called. I forget the name of the book. Where is the book? Would you mind waiting just a split second? And while you're waiting, viewers, why don't you, oh my goodness, the angle's kind of off. There we go. While you're waiting, please help yourself in seeing Hannah Carty cooking up a French devon stew. Chicken and cream mushroom. While you're sauteing those delectable fried mushrooms, I could just interesting.